여러분은요, S입니다, and today we're doing a reading for Lino. Your girl did something stupid this week. Can you see? I don't even know how to show you my arm right now. I don't even think I can. Do you see that? You'd think my stupid ass doesn't know how to use an oven anymore. It's the worst burn I've ever had in my life, probably. It's the biggest one. I made pizza at work for the kids, and yeah, ovens are hot. Make sure you don't touch them accidentally. It doesn't hurt. It never hurt. I think it looks worse than it is. So yeah, that's my latest grievance with life. Anyway, let's get into Lino's reading, shall we? Ooh! First up, we have the White Lady. The White Lady is about a certain place or event leading to a great change or a different way of seeing things. It might not seem significant at the time, but like an idea is planted. I think this came out, I think, last week too. This one comes out kind of often, and I think when you work in a field, a creative field, inspiration comes from anywhere and everywhere, and that's why this card comes up. And it might not be obvious at the time. It could be later on, weeks or months, whatever, and you're like, oh, I saw that, or somebody said this to me, and that's a good idea, let me try that. That's kind of what this card is. So he either has had a seed planted, or he's coming to the realization of, hey, I should try that. That seemed like a good idea. That seemed interesting. Next one. Morgan Le Fay. She is about wisdom and power gained from study and experience. So she's about working on yourself or working on your craft or your skill in order to grow in that area, to grow as a person. Because she's also a card about aspiration and ambition. So in order to achieve your goals, you need to work hard to get there. So that's what she's kind of all about. So he might be working on an aspect of himself that he feels he needs improvement on, or something that he could do better. And maybe it has to do with this. Maybe whatever this idea is said to him, oh, I need to work on this before I can do that. Let's see. Oh, a queen. One of the ones I can't say their name. She is about the development of practical skills. So he's definitely developing his abilities, his skills, his craft. But it's also about friendships. So it could be him working with the other members of his group. It could be him working with other artists or different producers or a choreography teacher, things like that. But I think he's definitely working on improving an area of his life he's maybe not so confident in. Another queen. Queen Mab. Lots of queens, lots of ladies. This card is about new ideas and creativity and inspiration and daring to dream and living your dream. Which, seeing as that he's an idol, so he's definitely living his dream. And it's about not letting others deflect you from your goals. So it's like, focus on yourself, not what anybody else is saying. No trolls, no haters, nobody who comes at you with disparaging comments, whatever. New ideas and creativity and inspiration kind of goes back to the first card. So I think maybe he's had an idea, and it might be something that's been in his mind for a while, and now is coming to fruition, and he needs to like work on himself a little bit, or maybe it's something new and he needs to become more comfortable with it. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, in book Fairy Festival. This card is about resurgence, freshness, originality, new beginnings. So I think maybe this is something new for him that he's doing, something maybe different. And that's why he's got to develop his skills a little better. Maybe it's a little bit off center from what he's used to. and he needs to work with it and get comfortable because it's something brand new. Nice. Last one. Ooh, the Ostara Festival. This one is about, again, creativity, an inpouring of energy and ideas, versatility, individuality, and an idea beginning to take shape. So I think he's had an idea that he's working on, and he needs to maybe do like actual like physical work. So maybe if he's like, I don't know him well enough to know like what he's less confident in, you know, or where he lacks as an idol, whether it's like with choreography or whatever. So he's definitely putting the work in where he knows he needs to for this idea of his to take shape. But I think so far from this pile, like he's definitely working on it, and it's not going to fall through, I don't think. We'll see what the other two piles have to say. But so far, I think this idea of his will take shape quite well. Because he knows the steps he has to take. He knows the effort he needs to put in to get where he wants to be with this. Mama. This cup is so loud. I need to put more creamer in that. I have Almond Joy creamer, you guys. It's so good. If you haven't had it, I highly recommend. If you like coconut, highly recommend it. It's coconut and chocolate. All right, pile number 2. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is about initiative, leadership. Can also be about exploration and travel. But it's also about moving forward and happy outcomes, which is good. It's like a success in all areas kind of card. So I think the idea we saw here will eventually take proper shape, and it will be a successful venture for him. But, okay, this card also talks about having a healthy balance. Like, we got all of the work cards in pile 1, like, you know, building your skills and all of that, right? Healthy balance is also important. Balance always comes out in idol readings because a lot of them don't have good work-life balance. They kind of go all to the work and put everything into that, and that's not good. They neglect their self-care and things like that. But yeah, he needs to maybe this, because this could be not only just like balance, but also like planning, but also taking risks, you know, like, which sounds like, what's the word? I don't know. I can't think of the word. Contradictory. To plan, but also take risks. And it sounds contradictory, but it's like you can plan things out, but sometimes you just got to take a leap of faith. So maybe he's like planning out, he knows what he wants to do, and that could be the risk he's taking. This is what he wants to try, this is what he wants to do, this is how he wants the finished product to be, and it could be risky, but if he plans correctly, everything will come out cool. No problem. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay. I like this one in reverse. Because it's about gaining clarity, letting go of anxiety, being optimistic, recognizing that you're your own worst critic, because I don't know about you guys, but like, there is nothing on this planet that could be said to me that I haven't heard or thought about myself already. And anything anybody's ever said to me has never been anywhere worse than anything I've ever thought about myself. Ever. So, that saying is very true. No one will ever be harder on you than you. So maybe he's got a little bit of self-doubt going on. maybe because it's a new idea he's got, something different he wants to try, it makes him a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious. But things look good. So he really doesn't need to be anxious, but he doesn't know that. But he has to just be optimistic. And since this is about gaining clarity, maybe he's coming out of that energy and he's like, you know what, maybe this won't be so bad. You know, and like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We try something else. Because failure's never really failure. It's just a stepping stone to whatever the stupid saying is. You know what I'm talking about. Next one. Ooh, Ace of Wands. I like it. More creative energy, more enthusiasm and brilliant ideas and breakthroughs and fresh starts. And he's definitely, I think, working on something new and different. This is kind of like, kind of goes back to like, the first card here. The Three of Wands, about, risk-taking, like planning and risk-taking, because this card is also the, go out on a limb, think outside the box kind of card. So I think he wants to try something that's new and different. Maybe not to the industry, but to him. Could be like a new style, a new sound, something like that, you know? Which would explain why maybe he would, you know, be a little hard on himself and a little bit nervous and a little bit anxious. You know, because new things can be kind of scary. Like, you like the idea of it, but then in, you know, actual practice, you're like, I don't know about this. Next one, Two of Coins. Okay, yeah, Two of Coins. Again, this is a balance card. So he needs to make sure he's, like, not throwing himself head first into this and then the neglect comes. And we had some things about obstacles before. Well, obviously, like, his whole career, like, it's full of obstacles. But anytime you're, like, trying to improve yourself, you could come across obstacles or learn new things. There's always challenges. This card is a reminder to persevere and be adaptable. Because sometimes doing things like the way you think you need to do them isn't the way you need to do them. And to get over one hurdle, you might have to try something a little bit different. So that's important. And also, again, balance. He needs to make sure he divides his time and energy appropriately so he doesn't wear himself out. Ooh. Page of Wands. Page of Wands is great. Page of Wands is about good news, childlike cheerfulness, again, creative confidence. So he's definitely working on something creative, probably, obviously, music, because that's what he does. But yeah, Page of Wands says good things coming your way quickly. So I think he's definitely, like, currently in the vibe of doing this, getting shit done. Because the page says it's definitely, I think, something new and different for him, because this is, again, a card about originality and using your originality and talents to carve your own unique path. So he might be trying something that's different than the rest of the group, or he wants to try something. I think he's in it. I think he's working on it now. Let's see. Next, Six of Wands. Okay. When you get the Six of Wands and the Page come out together like this, this is kind of like the champion card. Like, you are a champion pair here. This is it. These two cards say he has what it takes to be on top. He needs to embrace his strengths and his self-confidence, because nothing is out of his reach. He is a champion. Everything's going to be freaking sunshine and roses with whatever this is that he's creating. It's a good move. It's a good idea. The boy's headed in the right direction, because the Six alone is about victory and triumph, pride in your accomplishments, recognition, being in the spotlight, public praise, all those good things, right? It's, like, you're going to receive your gold star. Yay, here you go. Everybody notices you. You've done a good job. So yeah, whatever this is he's working on, it's a good move. It's a good move. Lots of success, triumph, victory, recognition from onlookers, success, all good things. He just needs to be confident, right? Let go of any anxieties that he's feeling, any of that. Yeah, things will be good to go. He just also has to make sure he doesn't run himself into the ground. That's very important. That is very... Listen, I'll say it close to the mic. It is very important for everybody. Okay? Do as I say, not as I do, as I said in the last video, but listen to me. Balance. Balance is important. My balance is kind of off. Like, for example, yesterday, my procrastination was extremely bad. I did literally nothing. I sat here all day watching Twitch. All day. And did nothing. I take literally 3 days to do 3 hours worth of stuff. So, balance is very important. I am too much one way and not enough the other way. And just like a lot of idols are too much work and not enough self-care. Hell, mine's not even self-care. It's my depression not wanting to get my fat ass out of bed. Anyway, last pile. Okay, Page of Swords. That is a sword, right? Yes, Page of Swords. This is another one that's about usefulness. I think most of I think the pages pretty much all have to do with usefulness. Not usefulness, youthfulness. Youngness. Something that I'm not. The young. It's about inspiration and being confident. Feeling inspired and motivated. It could also be like the kind of energy where you feel like you need to speak up for yourself or somebody else. So maybe he had to, or still feels like he has to kind of sell this new idea. Which is very possible. Whether it's to like his manager or like the higher ups, like the CEO in the company, and be like, or like a producer, and be like, so what do you think about this? And it might be, that could be also a little bit the anxiety stuff. Yeah, because it might make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it'll help with the self-confidence and empowerment, because like they're not going to tell him no. And I feel like he's already working on this, and it could be one of those situations like, well, let me start working on it and then ask him about it when I have something to show them. So it could be that he's done a lot of work already, and now he's hesitant to present it. But I think he needs, obviously, like, to get approval, he'd have to do it. But I don't think it'll go bad. I think he'll get the answer they want. That's why we got maybe the Page of Wands in the last pile. Receiving good news could be this. Speaking up for yourself. And they're like, yeah, okay, that sounds good. Let's do that. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Okay, this is another pair. When you get the Page of Swords and literally any wand card ever, it indicates an eye-opening, artistic experience. So it could be, ooh, even that first one that we got. Because this could go back to that first one. Maybe, like, the one that said, like, an event could lead to, like, inspiration or whatever. This could be, like, I mean, festivals are, like, not even really a thing now. But it could be, like, he went to, like, a museum or even watched, like, a documentary or something. And it stuck with him. Because these two cards together say that experience will stick with you for a long time. And it will lead to your artistic inspiration. So I think he went somewhere or watched something and it's had a big impact on him. And that's where this idea is coming from. The Ace of Wands on its own is another... Wait a minute. Didn't I just... Yeah. Okay, so he got the Ace of Wands twice. I like to see that. He definitely is trying something new, because again, this card is about bright ideas, unique plans, going out on a limb, trying something new. So I think he's definitely got some major inspiration. Nice. I like that. I like when I get kind of the same cards. It makes me feel like it's confirmation. Okay, Ten of Wands is about struggling or overextending yourself, putting in a lot of hard work, which I'm sure he is. But kind of 10, you're doing a lot. And anything in excess can be unhealthy. So this kind of goes back to making sure you have the correct balance. Very important. And that he maybe needs to take a look at where he's spending a lot of his time and energy. And making sure that he's taking care of himself. Because I think maybe, he doesn't have as many of these as some other idols have gotten. But I think he's on his way to maybe doing too much. Doing too much, and somebody saying, honey, you need to rein it in just a little bit. Next, Eight of Coins is about ambition and diligence. Again, mastery of crafts and talents. So I think he's definitely trying something new, and he needs to improve on a certain skill or area of his talent to really sell the idea, to really get to where he wants this to be. Interesting. So yeah, I think he's definitely putting in a lot of work. And he needs to make sure that it's not taking too much of a toll on him, Eight of Wands is next. This is another one that's about receiving news or taking care of business and gaining momentum and quick action. Exciting new projects. So I think, if he had to, which he probably did, pitch his idea to the company, he's either waiting to hear back from them, and if he is, it'll be soon. And it's going to be all good. Go right ahead. Enjoy yourself. Have fun with this. We see how much work you're putting into it already. How do we tell you no? So, I think he probably had to, sell the idea a little bit. And they said, let us talk it over and we'll get back to you. He'll be getting a response soon. And it should be a good one. It should be the one he's looking for, which I'm going to assume is the go-ahead. Last card is what is this? 9. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is about stamina, courage, not letting life's up and downs throw you off balance. So if he's finding something a little bit more difficult while he's working on this, or even, waiting for a response from somebody, he shouldn't let it affect him too much, because it's not what happens, it's how you react to it that's important. So even if he's got somebody over on the side that's like, I don't know about this, they don't matter. Don't listen to them. They're stupid. But yeah, I like that this is about stamina and courage, and stamina to create and put all the energy into this that he needs to, all of the work and dedication he's putting into it, and also courage to be brave enough to try something that's clearly new for him and maybe not in his comfort zone, Let's see what his oracle is. He got the Through card. This is about an unexpected improvement of a situation, or the change of perspective being key to improving your situation. So I think this kind of goes back to those cards we saw, like the first card of the reading, about a certain experience leading to inspiration. And unexpected improvement of a situation could be him getting the green light for this. And maybe he's sitting there in his anxiety and his self-criticalness being like, they're going to tell me no, and I did all this for nothing, and whatever. Everything's going to work out fine. And I don't know. I want to know what he's working on, because I'm nosy. Look at what I do here. Like, I really don't care about other people's business, but I'm kind of nosy also. So yeah, I think all good things for Lino. And I hope he's creating something, because I really want to see what it is. Something new, something different. I always like when there's new things out in the genre. So yeah, that's it for Lino's reading. If you liked it, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified the next time I post a video every Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My names are in the description box down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.